So I just thought I'd just drop a quick message as we're coming up to the end of this year, 2025, entering 2026. And around this time where you're going to be hearing stuff like New Year, New Me. This year's the year of fill in the blanks, right? It's all positive, and which is good. I believe in being positive entering into a new year. I'm a planner myself, so I've got plans for my new year as well. But at the same time, I also am realistic as well. I'm also real in the sense that I understand that it's not going to be a smooth journey. It's going to be similar to last year, right? Last year I came into this 2025 saying it's going to be a year of this and this and this, and now I'm at the end of 2025. Still grateful and still very thankful to God for the year, but also there's a lot of things that I did not achieve this year that I thought I would have achieved. To be fair, a lot of it was down to my own fault. It was down to my own lack of consistency, sometimes not being as focused as I ought to be, sometimes spending too much time on social media, sometimes not applying myself properly, and that's what I really want to reflect on, really. We always want to say the thing but not do the thing. We're entering into a new year. We're saying all these things, positive affirmations, New Year's resolutions, which I don't really believe in. I believe in long-term goals. But we say all the things, but what are we doing to actually apply ourselves to make those things happen? And I'm just reflecting on myself now. And as I enter into year 2026, I will share a few things with you that I want to try to achieve in year 2026. And I'm sure you have goals yourself, and how I'm kind of going about doing it as well. And I think it might even help you, or even just make you think about your own self as you enter into bit my tongue. As you enter into the new year. So first thing I want to do before I enter into 2026 is to reflect on 2025. Let's start there first. Let me start on being thankful for a whole year have gone by and I'm still alive, I'm still breathing. Unfortunately, this year was a year that I had to see a good friend, someone I've known for most of my life, who I call her cousin to me. I've known him since I was very young, who passed away. Rest in peace, Joe. And I've just got to be thankful for the fact that, look, I think death always reminds you of, how short life is and how much we should really treasure the time that we do have on this earth, And for me, I want to look back and say, you know what? I'm thankful for the fact that I'm alive. That's number one. Thankful that I've got a roof over my head. I've got a job. I've got money in my bank. I may not be where I want to be, but I have money in my bank. I'm grateful. I've been able to feed myself throughout the whole of this year. I've not gone throughout this year begging. And it's been a hard year for many of us. Many people have lost their jobs. Many people have not even found a job for the whole year. And that could be you who's watching this right now. And I really pray and hope that this new year will be a year of you actually finding that new job, find that new career, healing from the damages of 2025. 2025 could have been a damaging year for you. It could have been a year of you feeling damaged from a relationship, from losing a loved one. Like I said, I lost someone this year. I was going through a painful season, or just a stressful time, really. This year has been quite stressful for me in regards to where I'm at right now, work-wise. I really want to move on, and I'm really looking to, I suppose, make those changes. I think I spoke a lot in 2025 saying I want to do this, I want to do that, and I didn't achieve those things. And again, I think sometimes down to my own fault, procrastination, not applying myself properly, not really utilizing my skills as I ought to, allowing imposter syndrome to kind of overwhelm me as well throughout this year. And I'm really trying to enter this new year with a new mindset. And I'm not starting in January 1st. I'm starting now. I'm starting now to adjust my mindset. I'm starting now to plan. I'm starting now to do the workouts. I'm starting now to read the books. I'm starting now to do the courses, to get myself prepared as I enter into the new year, not entering the new year and start planning. I believe in planning way in advance before I enter the new year. So you're already active doing the thing. So for me, I think number one is being thankful. That's the first thing I will say to you, everyone who's watching this right now. Be thankful for where you're at. It may not be the best year for you, but you know what? Look around. You've got your husband, you've got your wife, you're married, you've got your children. If you ain't got children, you've got yourself. You're still in good health. Hopefully you are in good health if you're watching this. And even if you're not in good health right now, just try and find something to be thankful for. Someone wishes that they had your life. Someone in this world wishes that they had your life. You're someone's dream right now. And if you are in good health, that alone is enough to be thankful for. Thank God for the fact that you are alive, you are breathing, you are well, you are healthy. Another thing I reflect upon as well, 10 years ago, this year will be the last time I spent Christmas with my mum. As a family, to be honest, my mum, my dad, my sister, we actually spent Christmas together. My dad would always travel during Christmas time to Ghana, and it was like the first time 10 years ago. And the following year, my mum passed away from cancer. And I remember that Christmas where I was just like, you know what, I was planning ahead. I was like, you know what, this year's gonna be a great year for us. Mum's better now from the cancer. Second time she passed away the second time. So I was like, this year's gonna be an amazing year. Mum's well from the cancer. I had all these thoughts in my head like, oh man, we're gonna be traveling. We're gonna do all these bits and pieces together. And unfortunately, the following year was not that year. The following year was actually a challenging year for me. I developed sciatica on my back. So I had to pay. I still battle with it now. So 10 years ago, having that same issue. Next year will be 10 years. I've been battling with sciatica. So all these things, I thought, this year's gonna be a year of this, and this, and this, and this, and this. And unfortunately, the year was a year of pain. It was a year of stress. It was a year of physical and emotional and mental pain as well. It's going through that season. But even in that pain though, I was still able to be thankful. Thankful for the fact that I had a mother for 33 years of my life. Thankful that I had family around me and friends around me to even support me and encourage me during that time. So I think, yes, look back and be thankful, but also look ahead and say, you know what, in the year 2026, I'm going to be thankful regardless of how the year turns out. It may not be the best year. There's a scripture in the Bible that says, in all things give thanks. In all things. We don't know what all things are going to be. The things could be a bad thing, could be a good thing. But regardless, just give thanks, So I'm just using that example to show you that in all things, give thanks. So it's going to be 10 years next year that I'm going to be, yes, might be a bit of a sad time, but also it will also be a time of celebration as well, for me, just to remember my mum and to be thankful for her life and what she contributed to my life, over the years. I just want to encourage you, however your 2025 has been, it may have been a good year for you, it might have been a challenging year for you, but just enter the new year with a mindset that, whatever the case, I'm going to be better next year than I was the previous year. Whether it's going to be a good year, a challenging year, bad year, whether you get the job or not, decide in your mind that this year is going to be a better year for me than the previous year. 2026 is going to be a better year for me than 2025, because I'm coming into that year with the mindset that I'm going to win, with the mindset that I'm going to apply myself better than I applied myself in 2025. I'm going to learn new things. I'm going to upskill myself. I'm going to learn a new skill, a new hobby. I'm going to develop new relationships. I'm going to go to networking events and meet new people. Something that I'm going to try and do in 2020, I'm going to do in 2026, I'm actually already doing, is I want to develop my speaking. I want to develop myself as a speaker. So I'm actually doing a course right now that's helping me to develop my speaking skills and my diction and pronunciation, enunciation, pacing, all that stuff there. So I'm really working on just my speaking skills. That's something that I'm going to be already working towards, but something that I want to develop further in 2026. So I'm working on that right now. Another thing I really want to work on in 2026 is my keyboard skills. I want to play more. I want to gig more. So I'm actually trying to just develop my repertoire of songs again, you know, and just learn new stuff. I want to develop my music theory in 2026. I want to write more music, you know, and develop my understanding of notation and orchestration. I studied that in the past, but I dropped off, and now I'm at a point where, you know what, life is short, Eric. You know, use the time that you have, use that time to develop yourself and become the best version of yourself that you can possibly be, and not compare yourself to other people. That's what I want to do more of. What I would like to do less of is consumption of social media. I think this year I've allowed social media to I don't know, add to my insecurities, make me compare too much. To be fair, I've been watching other people's lives, thinking to myself like, Eric, you should be here, you should be there, and it's been a kind of a distraction to where I'm going to. You know, you should never compare your beginning to someone else's 10-year, 20-year, or and they could be younger than you as well. It's not even about age, but it's about them just having different opportunities to you. And the reality is, some of them apply themselves better than you. The reason why they are where they are, the reason why you are where you are, because they applied themselves and you didn't. You got to be honest with yourself. That's what I've had to be over the years, be honest with myself. Say, no, Eric, you could have done better over the years. However, it's not over. You know, you're still alive, you've still got lungs, you've still got breath in your lungs. So you still got opportunity. As long as you're breathing and you got health, you still got opportunity. I really pray this new year will be a year of just healing, rediscovering yourself, unlearning, relearning again. I had to go through that process myself, you know, have therapy. I had therapy myself, and it really helped me to kind of heal. It took me about 3 years, actually longer than that, 5-6 years after my parents had passed, before I actually had therapy to help me to heal from that. So whatever you need to do to become the best version of yourself, do it. It's for your fitness, join a club, join a running club. I've got some friends who are part of a running club, and I think that really helps them to encourage them in their running. And it's really encouraging to see how they've grown, even as a couple, just doing running together and encouraging each other on their health journey, you know. And I was even watching something on YouTube today. Funny enough, it was my ex-choir director, a good friend of mine. I call him LJ. And in short, he was sharing his story about how he divorced his wife, and then I think 7-8 years later, or probably longer than that, I can't remember the years now, he came back to her, and he realized he made a mistake. And I love the fact that he was very vulnerable about his story and honest about his story. I'm saying all this to say, you know what, guys, in 2026, I think it's a year of just being honest with yourself and where you're at right now. You know, even don't wait till 2026. Wait, like, address it now. Like, say to yourself, like, what have I done? What have I not done in 2025 that I need to do in 2026 to achieve the goals that I did not achieve in 2025 in 2026? Hope that makes sense. So yeah, I think for me as well, I'm saying this to you, but I'm saying this to myself as well. It's about me looking within myself and saying, what habits do I need to break? What bad attitudes do I need to die to? You know, is there still pride in there? Is there still selfishness in there that needs to die? And that's all I want to say. I have no script. I didn't plan nothing. I just thought, let me just jump on the microphone and let me just speak, because I felt led to kind of just encourage someone, or encourage a few people, whoever's going to listen to this. It could be one person, it could be 10 people. But I just really want you to be inspired, encouraged, and just enter the year with the right mindset. Not just with the mindset that it's all going to be well and it's all going to be successful and things are going to work out like A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I wish you every success, but it may be some bumps in the road as you get there in 2026. And it may not be the year that you want it to be as well, you know. And you got to be realistic about your expectations, you know. But in all things, we give thanks and we trust God as we go through 2026. So as I close, guys, I just want to say Happy New Year to you. I wish you all the best. You know, keep striving, keep achieving, keep winning in life. Keep the faith. You know, don't grow weary. Don't give up. Keep trying. If you need to pivot, change careers, just do what you need to do to maintain your peace, to keep your peace. That's what I say. So all the best, and I'll see you in the new year.